Hi guys, and welcome to my video on how to find purpose in life. So I'd like to start out by asking the more obvious questions here, which are, what is a purpose and why do we need a purpose? A purpose is essentially one big great goal for yourself and for your life. And it's something that you're going to want to be working towards your entire life and constantly be motivated to continue and accomplish that purpose. And the reason that you need the purpose is because you need to have some sort of guidance in your life. You need to have some sort of direction so you can have that kind of stability that we need in our life. And most importantly, so you can have a feeling of accomplishment by the time that your days are up. So the idea here is to have made an impact, whether that impact is just on yourself or whether it's on the entire planet. You want to have an impact and you want to have that, wow, I actually did something in my life and I am proud of myself and I've made an impact on society or on my community. I am proud of myself and I'm proud of what I've done in my life. I will be completely happy if I would die right now because I would have known that my life meant something. That's something that you want to experience every single day. You want to be proud about what you've done in your life every day of your life until the day where your life ends. You want to have that proud feeling and you want to feel content with what you've done thus far in your life. So the best way to have that wow feeling, to have that feeling of accomplishment, is by having a purpose. So how is it that we find this purpose? Well, I like to say that purpose begins with passion. In order to have a purpose, you have to have a passion. You have to be passionate about something. Because let's say you don't really like your purpose because your purpose is something that you don't really care about. Well, then that's not really your purpose because you need to stay motivated, and that's the thing that's supposed to keep you excited about waking up every day and living your life to the fullest. Your purpose is something that's going to drive you, and if you're not passionate about it, then it's not a good purpose for you. So you need to begin with passion. What things do you love doing? What are your hobbies? What is the one thing that you love doing above anything else? What are some issues that you are very passionate about for whatever reason? You need to start thinking about what things make you happy and what things you are passionate about. Now, the next thing that you want to think about is what things have affected your life. Let's say that you have been affected by bullying. Well, then you know that bullying has changed you, and if you weren't bullied, then you would be a completely different person. And so you want to know, you need to understand that bullying was a very integral part of your life, whether you like it or not, because now it's a part of you. You were somebody who was a victim of bullying, and that is going to affect your life. You need to think about all the things that affected you, whether it was bullying, whether it was poverty, whether it was your parents getting divorced, or your parents getting laid off from work, or you getting laid off from work. Whatever it is, you need to start to think about what things have affected your life. And finally, in order to find your purpose based on the two things we've just discussed, you need to think about what things you would like to change. Based on your passions and based on what things have affected you, what things would you like to see change in the world? Now, let's say that I love guitar. I'm passionate about music and I'm passionate about playing the guitar, and there's nothing that I would rather be doing. And let's also say that I was very poverty stricken when I was a child, and I didn't have the opportunity to have music lessons, and I had to be a self-taught person. And I didn't have a lot of opportunities to kind of branch out and discover other aspects of guitar and different genres of music. I was self-taught, and I would have wished that I would have had the opportunity to be taught by a professional. So let's say that was our life and that's what we're passionate about, and we would like to see more underprivileged children be exposed to things like the arts, because it's something that they're not really accustomed to being exposed to because of whatever reason, because they're always working, because their parents are working, and they don't really have the opportunity to learn and pursue their passions. So how do we make this into a purpose? Now we have to start connecting these. How do we connect our passion with things that have affected us and things we would like to change. That is the goal of making, that is the entire process of making a purpose. So let's go back to this person that loves guitar. So I'm a person that loves guitar but was poverty stricken and would really like to see underprivileged children have more opportunities in learning the arts. So therefore, my purpose in life is I want to see all children, regardless of any economic issues, have the same opportunities as children that are privileged children, and I would like to see there be more classes for underprivileged children and for them to have equal opportunity to pursue their dreams. Now we can make that our passion, but having a passion isn't good enough. We need to make that first step in order to know if this passion is right for us, if this purpose is the purpose that we want to have for the rest of our lives. Now, we don't really have to commit to anything because we change throughout the course of our lives, and therefore our purposes are going to change throughout the course of our life. And that's perfectly okay. But for the time being, we need to think about what the first step for our current purpose can be. So for this person, I think that the first step for them would be to start to, in their free time, teach children in underprivileged neighborhoods. We can go ahead and put out signs and kind of maybe even start a business of teaching children, underprivileged children, guitar for free. And so that can be a very significant first step in going towards your purpose. And that first step is very important to see if you're truly passionate about what you're doing. So I hope that I've helped you by kind of presenting these ideas to you. And I want you to keep in mind that no purpose is unrealistic. You can do whatever you want if you set your mind to it, because the impossible is what makes the possible. Thank you.